And welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in tonight's video, we are going to take a look at modding on Linux. More specifically, we're going to be talking about games that run on the Unity engine. And depending on how this video does, I may do another video on Unreal 4. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be doing. We're going to be getting BepInEx, BepINEX. I call it Bepin. I'm not sure if that's the right pronunciation or not, but anyway. So we're going to talk about getting that installed on your system, and then I'm going to walk you through creating your own mod. And we're going to be looking at Silksong, a real popular game right now, and we're going to be creating a mod that allows you to infinitely jump. Now, of course, there are other mods out there. If you go to thunderstore.io, there are a handful of mods for Silksong that you can download, and then you simply drop the DLL into the appropriate file, which you'll learn about that here in a few moments when we get into the details. But anyway, I know a lot of people don't like mods. They think it's cheating, whatever, but I'm at the age now where I don't really care about proving myself on beating super hardcore games. I just want to relax, have fun with them. Anyway, to each their own. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so the first thing we need to do is go ahead and get Steam prepared. So go ahead and open up your Steam app and go to Silksong. Now, if you've downloaded the game and it's working fine, it tends to work natively without any type of Proton assistance. But in this case, because we are running a mod, we will need to use Proton. So come over to your little gear that says Manage, click on that, go down to Properties, and then under Compatibility, you want to check the box that says Force the use of specific Steam Play compatibility tool. And I'm using Proton GE 10. I recommend using that because I know it works, as you saw in the intro. And then under General, there's a command we need to put in for override in the launch options. That command will be in the description below, as well as in the instructions from the GitHub. Again, all this will be on the GitHub, so you can feel free to grab it from there and then follow those instructions as well. All right, so we'll go ahead and close this out, and we're going to minimize Steam because we are finished with it for now. Now, step number 2 is we need to get BepInEx. So I'll go ahead and open up a browser. I'm already there on the GitHub page. So we need to download the latest version, which is BepInEx 5.4.23.3. So just scroll down a little bit and then grab the zip file. And we have it downloaded, so we can go ahead and minimize our browser. We are finished with it as well. Now you want to go into your downloads and go ahead and double click on your zip file. And you're going to want to extract these. So hit extract and then browse to wherever your install is. So in my case, my Steam library is on my storage drive, and you want to go to Steam Apps, go to Common, and then find your game, Hollow Knight Silksong, and then extract into this directory. So you are extracting into the main directory, no subdirectories. Now I already have it. I already have this done, so I'm not going to go through the process again. But you would hit extract, let it finish, and then close out zip file, and you are finished. We can go ahead and go to our next step, which is going to be closing out of our file explorer, going back to Steam. You want to start the game and let the game go until get past the loading screen and get to the main menu. Once you're at the main menu, wait a few seconds and then close it back out, and you should be good to go. Let's go ahead and minimize Steam. Now we're going to go back into our file explorer, and we're going to go to our where you have Silksong installed. Again, mine's in my storage, so I'm going there. Go to Steam Library, go to Steam Apps, go to Common, and then find the game, Hollow Knight Silksong. Now you should see a folder in there called BepInEx. Now ignore this BepInEx pack. I was messing around with something completely different, so just ignore that. But you should see this in here. You want to go ahead and open it up. And after you started the game, you should see a log output.log file, a config file, and plugins. Now plugins is where we're going to put the DLLs that we're going to be using, and you can see I have a couple in here now. I'm messing around with the invincibility DLL, and I'm also messing around with the infinite jump DLL, which is what I created and which I'm going to walk you through. So just ensure that those folders are in there, and then you can close this. Actually, we need to close it out. We need to go into creating our DLL for infinite jump. So to do that, we need to go to Documents. And in Documents, right-click, do New Folder, and we're going to call it Reference, or REF. Hit Create. And now we can move on to the next step. So, fortunately, I've got some instructions already. Hold on one second here. I have a hungry cat I need to take care of. I'll be right back. All right, so I am back, and now we can take a look at the instructions. I've already got them drafted up, and we have the BepInEx setup. So these will be on the GitHub. It walks you through step by step. There's a link to the GitHub page for the release, and there's also the command that we need to put into our launch option. Then we also have the code for our .cs file that we're going to need. And again, this is all copy and paste. You can download this file from the GitHub as well. Then we have our CS project file. It's a text file. And this has some additional information that we'll need during the while we're compiling the DLL. So we'll go ahead and close that out as well. And then the instructions for compiling right here. And again, this will also be on GitHub as with everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. And we're going to go back to our documents. Actually, you know what? We need to go to our go back to our Steam directory. So real quick, going back to your reference folder, go ahead and open it up. This might be a little bit easier. Come down to your files manager, right click, and then new window. Drag that over so they're side by side. And then let's go ahead and browse to our Hollow Knight folder under Steam Library, Steam Apps, and then go into Common, then go into Hollow Knight Silksong. So we're gonna need some DLLs. We're gonna copy and paste some DLLs from over here into our reference folder. All right, so the first one we're gonna need is BepInEx.dll, and we go into our BepInEx folder, go over to core, and BepInEx.dll is right there. So we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna paste it over into our reference folder, hit paste. Then we're gonna go back to our main directory, our main Silksong directory. We're going to go into Hollow Knight Silksong _data, open that up, and then go to managed. And there it is. We're going to go ahead and copy that. We're going to paste it over into our reference folder. And then next one we need is Unity Engine Core Module.dll. It's right there. We're going to copy that and paste that as well over into the reference. And then we need a Physics 2 module. We can scroll down a little bit. There it is, Unity Engine 2D. Unity Engine.physics 2D model.dll. Grab that, paste it over here. And then the last one is our input legacy module. That should be up in the eyes. It should be alphabetical order. And there it is, Unity Engine input legacy module.dll. We're going to copy that and paste it over here. So those are the 5 DLLs that we need. We can go ahead and move on to the next step. All right, so our next step is going to be to create our documents that we need. Well, not documents, the .cs file and the .cs project file. So go ahead and open up your terminal, and we'll go ahead and use gedit. Go ahead and open it up, and then you're going to simply just copy and paste the code that I have on the GitHub. I'm going to paste it in here, and you might want to scroll through, make sure that's all there. Looks like it is. And we're going to save this into our reference folder. So go to your documents or wherever you happen to have your reference folder. And then we're going to title this infinite jump.cs. And we're going to hit save. We can go ahead and close out of the editor. Now we're going to open up a text editor. And we're going to create the infinite jump.cs proj file. And to do that, we're just going to copy and paste again from the file from the GitHub. Go ahead and paste it in here, and we're going to save it to our reference directory. Documents and reference, and we're going to call this infinite jump.cs proj, and then we're going to save it. And we'll go ahead and close out of this editor. And now we're ready to do the compiling. And to compile, we want to change directory to our documents. Do a list, and then we want to make sure it's there. It is there. We want to change directory to reference or ref. Do a list, make sure everything's in there. All the DLLs are in there. The .cs file and the .cs project file are there. Let's go ahead and run the command. We're going to do .net build -C, and then release. Capital R, hit enter. And there we go. Build has succeeded. No warnings, no errors. We can go ahead and exit out of our terminal. Now we can go back into our directory. Let me drag it down real quick. So we're going to go into our reference folder. Now you should see two new folders in here, object and bin. We want to go into bin, go into release, go into net472, and you want to copy your infinitejump.dll, copy it, and then go into your locations, go into wherever you have Silksong installed. Again, that's Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, and then Hollow Knight Silksong. You want to go into your BepInEx directory, and go into your plugins, and then you want to just simply paste your mod in here, close it out, and then start the game and go for it. So I hope this video helped you out quite a bit, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if this video does get enough interest, I might go ahead and do some more modding videos. I'm kind of getting into this myself as sort of a new side hobby, I guess. I've played around a little bit with infinite sharpness on EZPZ. It's kind of fun, actually. I'm really enjoying it. So, but anyway, another video coming out soon. We're going to talk about resolution on your monitors using XRander. That'll be coming out when I can get around to getting that one done. And again, if this video does show enough interest, I might do another one for Unreal Engine 4 as well. So hope you liked it. And if you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot to reach that 1,000 goal. And until the next video, stay safe out there and have a good one.